show for 86 days, but let me make this very clear. They follow us around. Thank you very much. It is Wednesday night, which is the new Friday night, because it's eviction night again. Yes. Armed with a suitcase full of bikinis, she said she was going to use her womanly powers to get what she wanted. Well, you lot got what you wanted and voted Rhian out of the house this evening. Yes, it happened. She's going to be here very soon, and we also have some very exciting news. Proper panto in here tonight. After tonight's eviction, the housemates have been nominating Face to Face, and we will show you all of the fallout. There'll be much more. Fucking hell. There'll be much more on that later on. In the meantime, we are hoping for a flirtation of this.
Cameras right up my crunch.
No! A seduction of this.
Got balance, bro. I got balance. You ain't fucking with me.
That was quite amazing. And if we're lucky, a whole big tease of this.
Got a face like a smacked arse.
Lovely. Right, we have an all-male panel tonight, ripe and ready for a rinsing. First up, he's my favourite king of the jungle, after my husband. But he does present my all-time favourite reality spin-off show, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here Now. It's Mr. Joe Swan. Next, Joe's got a bad ear tonight, so if he doesn't hear us, that's why.
Yeah.
Right, next, he's all right, Joe. We've got to introduce the others.
Sorry.
It's all right. Next is the award-winning comedian who, by his own admission, looks like a cross between Pat Butcher and the Honey Monster. Sounds, some would say, like a dream celebrity housemate. It's Rob Beckett. And finally, he's the journalist and presenter with a superstar family connections. I've done my research, and according to Wikipedia, we have the son of a Motown legend, Diana Ross, on the panel this evening. It's actually not a lie. Paul Ross is here. Now, Paul, that's actually true.
Well, my uncle's Luther Vandross.
Oh, OK.
No relation to Nick Ross.
But not Diana Ross. Apparently, on Wikipedia, it says it is.
So it must be true.
It must be true if it's on
Unfortunately,
Wikipedia.
all I'm lumbered with is Jonathan Ross. I'm not even related to Nick Ross.
OK, so as we know, Rhian became the third celebrity to get the boot this evening. Yes, yes! But how have her former housemates been dealing with the news? Like this, it would seem.
I do get it. I'll be honest, I thought you were going.
Did you?
Yeah.
What, hearing that out there or just in general?
Today. I thought she was going to go.
What do you mean today? Today when you woke up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not because I want you to. At all. And I said all of that in the diary, but I'm just frightened of the way it's all been perceived out front. And I thought, I'll vote the girls out.
She'll be all right. She'll be all right.
Oh, Rhian will. She wanted to go bad.
Yeah,
she told us last night.
Yeah.
And even there, like I said, she was said to me, I don't want to stay. So you've no idea how effing delighted I was when they called your name. I would have jumped up, but I thought it's a bit insensitive.
When what?
I would have jumped up, but I thought that might be insensitive when there's still people waiting.
I'm really, really pleased, Amy, and I can't tell you what a feeling it is to be up for nomination and then to get saved by all that lot out there.
I know. That's
That
what happened
feeling
last week. The feeling is like, oh my God, they saved me.
It's great, isn't
The
it?
thing people have picked
It's
up the
one of the
phone.
most
Honestly,
beautiful
it's a
feelings I've
fantastic
ever
feeling.
felt. Knowing that people have actually thought, I'm going to vote for Daniel.
Yeah.
Thousands of people have picked up that phone and voted for me to keep me in. That is special.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
I would love to be able to read Martin's mind. You know, when they just cut to him and he's like that, just listening. Like, I want to know what his brain is thinking about her. It's intriguing. Right, should we talk about tonight's eviction?
Yeah.
Yes! Yes! Paul, did the right person go?
I don't think so, no. I would hope and pray the loathsome Danica was going to go. Sadly not. And then I thought it might be the mega boring Sam. I'm very surprised it's Rhiannon, I really am.
Now, being an all-male panel, I thought you would have been happy that Danica stayed.
No, because she's got that horrible dead behind the eyes thing about her, and she's like, the puppet mistress and so full of herself, an awful person.
OK, what do you guys think? Did the right person leave this evening?
Rhiannon's got more to give.
Rhiannon's got more to give?
She's got more to give, I think.
Why so? What do you think?
I don't know, I think Danica should have won, I think.
Danica should have gone?
Yeah, Danica.
Rhiannon had 100% more to give. If Ashley'd gone, she would have come up her show and she would have been brilliant, I think.
OK. Joe, were you a fan?
No, what, of Danica?
No, of Rhiannon.
Rhiannon. Well, I felt slightly sorry for her. I don't think...
Yeah.
I didn't see as much flirting between her and Ash as I think's been made out. I think he just got wrapped up in being... He's had a great summer, you know. He's been in the Olympics, he's in Big Brother House.
Yeah.
Page 3 girl will just top it off for him.
I think she really tried.
Yeah.
Once she was aware of how much it was affecting him, and he called her up on it, she kind of stepped back, and we didn't see anything of her again, did we, really?
And I think that's a real shame. She really did it so well. And I think she come in to put to bed stuff that's been written about her, stuff that's happened. And I think she went into Big Brother House and it's all started to happen again.
Yeah.
And that's when she kind of didn't say nothing for about 4 days, did she?
Rob, were you surprised that she left?
A little bit, yeah, because I think everyone's booing Danica, so you expect her to go. But she didn't bring much. She went a bit quiet, didn't she? She was a bit miserable,
did.
so I thought...
Paul, why do you think the public didn't save her?
I think really that is what the guys are saying. She didn't really... I don't think she came out of her shell. I think it's a real shame, because we've been chatting to her very briefly backstage. She's lively and funny, and she's delighted to be out.
Yeah.
And I just think if we'd seen the real Rhiannon in there, she'd have stayed in.
Do you think there's anything she could have done to have saved herself?
More exciting. Should have ridden Ashley like a bike. That would have worked.
What will he say? What will he say?
Should have ridden Ashley like a bike.
Joe, it's a good job you've got her blocked here, because that was blue.
You should have ridden Ashley like a bike.
I can't repeat it.
You invite them in your audience.
Welcome to Bit on the Side, Joe. Welcome. These two have been before. Rob, who do you think will miss her the most?
Ashley,
I think Ashley would be quite happy that she's gone, no?
No,
Yeah,
he
I
still
think
fancies
so.
her, doesn't he?
I think
Even though he says he doesn't care, he still fancies her. So he's going to miss her.
Do you think he'll feel guilty that he nominated her now that she's gone?
Probably, but... Yeah, I think he fancies her, doesn't he? He's just only doing that to show, like, I don't really care, I'm going to nominate her, but deep down, he still wants a bit, doesn't he?
Of course he does. You have been banging on about Rhiannon ever since we started the show, so go on, get it off your
I
chest.
generally still think Rhiannon thinks Ashley is still worth a squirt. That's generally just... No, come on. That's generally my thing. Like, I think Rhiannon's great. Sam, I think, was great. Danica should have gone, but because she's great TV, because...
She's not
Can
great
you hear me,
TV.
Joe? Are you with me?
She's not great TV.
Oh, you can hear me? Great. This
I can
is
hear you, and I can hear you.
So,
Why do you think she's
I
great
think she's great
TV?
TV because she... Come on, like, Janice... Not Janice. It is Janice. Whatever her name is. Jasmine went, and because she went, them two... She's just great TV. She's got all the boys, like, linked in. Like, Julie's chatting about... Martin's chatting about...
Does anybody else love Danica?
No. Yes.
You love her? No. Let's go to this lady, because I came to her before, so I have to be fair. I have to be fair. Fair.
I just think Danica's just been given a hard deal, really.
What?
She's just giving herself a hard deal.
She's not leading people on. They're coming on to her and she's saying, look, I'm not interested, leave me alone. And
She's not. She isn't saying I'm not interested for a very long time, though, is she? She could nip it in the bud quite early.
She tweaked my nipples first thing in the morning. I think, game on. She's on it. I'd love to think I'd go in the house and not fall under her spell. I think I probably would have.
I think you would have as well,
so
Joe.
I'm quite pleased about that. But she's, you can just see every clog working, you know. I mean, I see it when she was speaking to Prince about 4 days ago, and she was asking about whether if he got married, would his wife be a princess? And that's when the lights went on, and that's when she jumped from Mike to the Prince.
But are we just thinking really cynically about her?
She's not. That's the way she's behaving in the house. She's behaving.
Living from manipulating
I'm trying to give a balanced view here.
She might be a really nice person. I probably would fancy her if I see her. But watching her in the Big Brother house, it's horrible to watch. It's horrible to watch her. And now she's stayed in there. We've got to watch another 4 days of her and Mike.
It is dominating the whole house. We do keep saying that. Paul, the situation has been saved again. Is this a potential winner, if not finalist?
No, I mean, he is great. He is great fun because he is so stupid. You look at him and you think there's a village somewhere in New Jersey missing an idiot because he doesn't see it. And he's trying to do that very American, sophisticated, and you're like, Dad, don't let anybody... And you think, mate, he's like an 80s Brat Pack movie. He's terrible.
What did you think of his speech?
It was puke-inducing, wasn't it? It really was.
I thought it was amazing.
And you could see her, actually, as he's talking, she's thinking... Did I leave the gas on at home? She's just drifted away. She's not interested in the word he's saying to her.
Yeah. So, and that's where you think that the dead eyes...
I think so. And also, I think the person who's going to miss Rhiannon most is going to be Danica, because the one person who didn't see through Danica was Rhiannon, and she's very sweet and lovely. And there are kind of... And she wants Danica to win. When she sees some of the footage, she's going to be changing her mind, I think.
We'll be talking to her very soon. Before we get there, obviously, we've got to finish this. And to do that, we have to talk about face-to-face nominations, because that is what's been happening tonight. Rob, they know each other a little bit more now, obviously, than the first time they had to do it. Do you think that would make it easier?
I think it's harder, because at the start, when you don't know them that well, you think, oh, I don't know you that well, so I just picture. But now they know you and go, I've got to know you, and I definitely don't like you. So that's a bit more of a pill to take, isn't it? Once you know someone, then tell them you don't like them to their face.
OK, and what about... What?
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, no, he doesn't want to talk to me, OK. And also, the past couple of days, we've seen Nana get a little bit... Nasty's maybe... Hold on. Nasty's probably a bit of a harsh word to say, but she's kind of teetering on the brink, I think, a little bit. Paul, do you think she might be in trouble?
I think she's doing that terrible thing that people do. I've seen it in offices, I've seen it behind the scenes of TV shows, when somebody says, be careful. That's meaningless, and it just puts paranoia in people's heads, and she's trying to turn everybody against Colleen. Now, Colleen can be moody. I think Julie would do herself no favours and may get people being supportive of Colleen because she's being so openly manipulative and stupid.
Because Martin's twigging now, isn't he?
And Julian's face, Julian realised, because he spent a lot of time with Colleen when they were both mortals, and he's realised, you know, she's trying to put a move on me about Colleen. All that, be careful, it's hideous. And that lie she told when she said she thrust that cake in my face with like Mike Tyson, it was like an angel's kiss.
It was
like
quite soft and just a little rub, wasn't it?
Yeah, and we can all see that.
OK, so the panel and audience have had their 2 pennies worth, but as ever, we want you to spend your penny too. If you've got any questions for Rhian, she's going to be answering them in the sweaty box a little bit later on, so send them to us via Twitter or through the website. Now, join us after the break when Rhian will be here for the bit on the side interrogation. Plus, we'll be a step closer to revealing all the details from tonight's face-to-face nominations. We'll see you in a bit. Big Brother's bit on the side. Now, Fawlty Towers stopped at 12 episodes to keep up the high standards. 12 episodes. Ridiculous. We're at 86 shows into the series, still no dip in quality. Can you believe it? Or the producers have just stopped reading all those forums. Quite possibly. Right, fancy another exclusive clip? OK, here is another one. Remember this moment, though, because we only have 9 more days of exclusives left. It's nearly over. Take it all in.
Hello, Ashley.
Hello, Big Brother.
How are you feeling?
Bit down and that, but... who am I to fool, do you know what I mean? I'm the one who nominated her, and I nominated her due to the fact is that I thought part of her was playing games, and part of her I thought that she should go home, and hopefully everything's alright with her and her boyfriend. Like I said many a times, it'd be nice for her to go home and, do you know what I mean? I don't know, see her in the OK magazine or something with him or something. So for me, and I think she knows that as well, I think that, and I'm happy for her, man. She wanted to go now, so it looks like I've done a good job for her. But at the same time, it'd be nice for her to just know that I did like her, and she's a very nice girl. Do you know what I mean? No matter what people think about her, for me and how she was a cool girl, and she did. I did think she was playing games, and I did think that she kind of led me on, and I kind of when I questioned her about the other day with the games, I said to her, like, do you feel uncomfortable? Then she said to me, no, but truly she kind of did. And it's like just a lot of words were mixed up. But yeah, I'm upset. But like I said, I was here as a friend to her, and I was here as a friend to her tonight. Do you know what I mean? I'm not here no more than a friend, so.
Right, so during that last clip, there has been a flurry of excitement over in that corner because our third evictee arrived in the studio. Jeff, it seems, is still finishing off his vocal warm-up. So whilst we wait, let's have a look at Rhian's worst bits.
Hi, I am a topless model. Yeah, get the boobs out. We have a lot in common, me and you, Josie. I wouldn't like to get on the wrong side of it at all.
Do you know what 20% of 100 is?
5%.
What's 10% of 100?
20, well, 5 20s or 100. 20. No, 10.
What's the smartest thing you know?
Dolphin is the only other mammal that has sex for pleasure.
The person I'm going to nominate is Rhian.
Rhian.
I reckon she likes me. I think she has got something for me. Let's say you told me right now you have a boyfriend, I'd be like, huh? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You know that I'm seeing someone. I'm not going to give him what he wanted. I genuinely didn't pick up that you liked me.
I do believe that she's led you on. I've got a guy back home. I've told him that.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I can't do it. She's making me look fucking stupid. I'm too scared to get my underwear out of my drawer because she sat next to it. Some people are cats, some people are dogs. They don't always get on. Why can't they just let me have fun? Spaghetti you, spaghetti you. Oh yeah, there it is. It's like I pissed all over his bed or something. Penis. Fuck. People keep saying I'm sweet and I'm cute. God, I don't bring much, do I?
So although she might have expected a longer sentence after 15 days on lockdown, you have granted parole and released your third evictee. Jeff, do your thing.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe. It's hard to look right at you, baby, but here's my number, so call me maybe. Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, so here's my number, so call me baby. And all the other boys try to chase me, but here's my number, so call me maybe.
Take a seat. Jeff, in your humble opinion, did the right person leave this evening?
I think you were up against it a bit. There were a couple of very strong storylines in the last couple of days. But you're beautiful. You're like a little China doll. I can see why you're so successful in glamour modelling. The last time I got my tits out for a camera, I left them on the tube. So it's not fun. They're not easy to replace now. Wolves is shut, I tell you.
I'm loving the glittery golden pink number.
Thank you.
I think you look fabulous.
Got me through upset tonight.
And Joe is loving it as well. Yeah, he's loving it. Thank you very much, Jeff. Thank you. Rhian, how are you doing? You've had a little while to kind of chill and,
I'm recovering.
How are you feeling?
I feel much better now I'm out, honestly. Like, it's such a relief just to see people and realise that that is actually a game. And I do have normal people to talk to on the outside.
It must be so bizarre when you're in there.
It really is.
Now, you might have been evicted, but we have something that could put a smile on your face. You have had a massive supporter in Luke A.
Oh, really?
Do you know who Luke A is?
Yes.
Oh, good. Yeah. I thought she was going to go, huh? Yeah, the winner of the last series. Yeah, he wanted you to win.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, this is nice of him.
Didn't happen?
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't happen. OK. What was it like in the house for you? Was it ever quite daunting being with the likes of Julie and Julian and Martin, who are kind of quite legendary characters?
They didn't walk in like, oh, I'm a celebrity. They were just nice, normal people. Well, I thought Julie was a nice, normal person, but clearly not. Mm-hmm. But they were genuinely nice people, and everyone made me feel comfortable at first.
Yeah.
And then it all went a bit
Then it all kicked off.
A little bit.
Let's go back to last week and the dramas that happened with Jasmine. How did you feel when she laid into you in the garden?
Well,
Because she didn't hold back.
She didn't hold back at all, but half the things she was saying were wrong. And I knew they were wrong. She was trying to get me, she was trying to get Ash on her side and Danica, and it was like, I'd already said to them what she was throwing out, so she didn't have a leg to stand on. But I just tried to keep it in, but I was ready to explode.
And you did, we did see you say that you felt quite intimidated. Do you feel that you couldn't say some of the things that you wanted to say because of the reaction it might have had from her?
Yeah, I would have said what I wanted to say earlier, but I couldn't because I was too scared. We had to hide the knives at one point, and that's ridiculous.
What?
We had to put the knives in a cupboard because everyone was like, is everyone safe? That's why Ash ended up staying in my bed, because everyone said you need 2 people on either side. And that, obviously I was thinking...
This is housemates?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they were making it worse. They were fueling the fire because they were saying, you're not safe to sleep on your own tonight. And I was thinking, oh my God, I can't even get my pyjamas on. It was ridiculous.
It's a good job she left then.
It is a good job she left.
OK, let's move on to the shopping trip when you and Jasmine had a chat about Julie.
Yeah.
Apparently when microphones were removed. So can you clear up once and for all what happened and what was said?
Well, she just pulled me to one side and she was like, do you know, I'm sorry. And I said to her, I'm sorry, I only tried to tell you how I felt. And then she went, but you do know Julie's not got your back at all. And I said, well, that's not true. And she said, it is. Like, she's just slagged you off in the diary room all the time. And I kind of said to her, well, she's kind of done the same back. And then Jasmine obviously got upset because she thought Julie was her rock.
Did you kind of feel like maybe you could relate to each other a little bit more once that happened, or was there just no going back as far as a friendship was concerned?
To be honest, I was just trying to be nice because I was scared. There was lots of heavy goods in that shopping centre.
As far as Julie goes, do you think she quite enjoys the younger housemates' dramas?
Well, clearly, yeah. Clearly. Honestly, I thought she was amazing in there, but a few people have said to me, you need to be careful there. And I've been like, no, it's Julie, it's Nana. Well, no one's going to nominate her, though. I can't see that.
We've... all right, pipe down back there. He's been gobby all day, this one has. We've got a clip that we'd like you to have a look at. Take a look at this.
I want one quick word with you, and I want a yes or no answer. Yeah. Are you being played? Just a yes or no? I don't know. I'm trying to find out now. I think so. Yes, I think so. I think.
Well, I'm going to be kind no matter what.
Me too.
Yeah.
Well...
does that surprise you?
Now, no. But in there, yeah.
You'd have been quite shocked if you'd have found that out in there. So how do you feel about her now?
Well, I don't... She's a nice lady, but she's just not the person I thought she was.
Quite a few people think that she's being a character in the house.
Oh, she's definitely
there's a lot of people that think she's being quite genuine. Where do you sit on where you think Julie is? Because you've obviously experienced both sides of her, because she had your back, and then there's obviously now seems to be kind of with Ashley.
I think she's a bit of a floater. I think she's trying to please everybody. And like, she'll say to one, but like, I'm here for you, and then she'll say it to the other person, I'm here for you. I think she just wants to stay mutual, but she's going the really wrong way about it.
Okay, so do you think she's trying to take that kind of motherly role?
Well, she's trying, yeah.
Okay. Martin said that he felt both you and Danica were playing a game, and that you were playing the boys.
Okay.
You obviously know that is what people think, because this is kind of what's happened with you and Ashley in the house. So how do you feel about it now that you've had a little bit of time to reflect, and what do you think about Danica and that whole situation?
The Danica, I've tried to keep out of it because I didn't want to get involved in all that. I have seen things that are unacceptable, but I've not voiced my opinion.
So you didn't want to get involved because she's your friend, and you don't want to
just leave her to it,
piss her off, and your friendship.
Yeah.
But do you think she may have done things that she maybe shouldn't have?
She definitely...
As far as leading...
There's a line, and she's bordering. She may be on it. I'm trying to...
Are you trying to be diplomatic?
I'm just trying to be nice.
Danica's a funny one because she seems like a really lovely girl and a really nice
what you've
girl.
seen.
Well, you've lived in there, but I
lived
suppose
in
it's
there.
very different
Yeah.
to watch it from the outside.
Yeah.
But then you do see things that she looks like she's doing, and you just kind of go, "Oh wow."
There's a few things that I've always a few things she'll sit next to them and she'll be out and I'm like, Danica. And she'll bend over in front of them with nothing on under a dressing gown. I'm like, Danica.
We saw you say in tonight's show that you had started to see people in a different light.
Yeah.
Who were you talking about?
Julie. I've been warned about Julie and I'd seen that a little bit. And
who warned you about Julie?
Colleen. Colleen pulled me to one side and was like, you need to be careful. And Danica warned me about Sam as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That I needed to be careful and that I'm too nice to people and giving people too much of a chance. So.
Okay. Who would you like to have been sat here instead of you?
Sam.
You were really quite shocked at her nomination, weren't you?
Yeah. Really shocked.
And who will you be avoiding at the wrap party?
Jasmine.
For safety reasons. Rian, thank you very much. Rian, everybody. If you've got any questions for Rian, then send them into the digital team. They're going to be interviewing her after the show for their online exclusive. All the details are on your screen now. Right, still to come, I'm going to throw Rian over to that lot over there. Plus, we'll see. Don't worry, it's okay. Plus, we'll see how the House have reacted to tonight's face-to-face noms. We'll see you in a bit. Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother's Bit on the Side. Much like Rian, if we could see your arsehole, we'd tell you too. That is what friends are for. I can't actually believe that we heard you say that, but anyway. So it's the part of the show when I stand over here like someone who's a little bit redundant and let you guys do the interrogating. Oh, JK. So, Joe, why don't you go first?
OK, so, Rian, Samantha said this... Rian, sorry. Sorry. Samantha said that she's going to be writing an article about the way young girls behave. I didn't think you behaved inappropriate. Maybe Danica. What do you think she's going to write?
I thought she would have been nice, but she's probably going to rip me to pieces in it.
Yeah. Would that bother you, or...?
Well, I thought she was a nice person in there, but like I was saying, she's known for this controversy and she's not that controversial person, so if people want to believe what she writes, then...
You think she's a rubbish journalist?
I don't think she's a rubbish journalist, but I think she just makes stuff up to get a bit of attention.
Rian, did you find it... Sorry to interrupt. Did you find it hard to trust her because she was a journalist?
At the first, straight away I did, but then I kind of thought, do you know what, she's actually a really nice person. So I thought I'd just give her a chance. Everyone deserves a second chance, don't they? Yeah. So, Rob.
If you were single, have you gone for Ashley?
He's a good-looking guy and he's fit, but he is far too immature for me. Far too immature.
I think that
We're all quite mature as well. Yeah. We've got quite a diverse panel.
Rian, dream on, baby. You know what I'm saying?
I love the diversity of this panel as well. It's just three mouthy Londoners in a corner.
Paul, what's your question?
Well, you obviously, having spoken to you briefly, you're very bright, very feisty, but you said a few times talking to Emma, oh, you know, I just wanted to be nice, I didn't want to cross any lines. Do you wish you'd actually been a bit more... not honest, but full on in there now?
I wish I'd have strapped on a pair, yeah, to be fair. But I was just trying to, I knew as soon as I walked in I was being judged by certain people in the house, and I just thought, do you know what, I'm actually a nice person, so...
But you must get that a bit outside as well.
I get it all the time.
So you weren't tempted to fight
and
back,
I was scared to go in the diary room and say my bit, because then I thought, I'm going to go out and speak to somebody, like, oh, do you want some tea? And they're going to be like, hold on a minute. She just ripped it to pieces in there. But I just tried to...
And when you heard the booing, I presume you heard the booing for Danica, has that made you rethink her a bit? Because you said you favour her to win, whereas in fact, a lot of people are against her and think she's a bit of a what's that word the young people use? A player. Yes. Have you heard any second thoughts about and why they might be booing her?
I don't have second, because I know Danica, she's a flirty person in general. That's just how she is. But I didn't get involved. I didn't know what they were talking about as situation Danica or Danica and Prince. I just thought, leave her to it. That's up to her. If she's coming across that way, that's...
Joe, you got another one?
Yeah, do you feel like you might have slightly been tarred with the same brush because you were so close to Danica, because she was doing her thing? You were sharing beds. Do you think you might have got tarred with the same brush?
Yeah, I definitely do, but I partly think, and I could be wrong, that is down to my job as well. I think because there are some big celebrities in the house, I think because of what I do, I didn't have as much respect from people's housemates. So I think that's where that came from.
We have some audience questions for you, Danica. For you, Rian. I just called you Danica, so sorry.
So you and Ashley...
Because you're talking about Danica so much.
You and Ashley had some misunderstandings about your relationship, and obviously Danica did as well with the situation in Prince. Do you think you got dragged into it, or sort of similar to what Joe said, that you two, like the two girls, were playing the two guys, so it made you look much worse, when in fact Danica was being the sort of cheekier one, I think?
I do think Danica egged them on a little bit more than I did, but I also think that a few, like Harvey, egged Ashley on. I think from what I've seen briefly, Harvey has kind of gone, she's definitely leading you on, and Ash idolises Harvey, so he was just like, oh, she is. I think that's where that came from.
The slight difference in situations was, as we mentioned earlier on, you were aware, you realised, and you stopped. And you almost stopped too much because you just disappeared for days. Whereas Danica has been made aware, and yet she's not stopping. There seems to be no filter.
Hey, if you could evict one of the celebs who are in there now and replace them with anyone else in the world, who would you evict? Who would you replace them with, and why?
Now I would replace Julie. Because she's not who I thought she was. And if I could put anyone in the world, I'd put Carl Pilkington in there. It'd be brilliant.
Idiot abroad. Idiot abroad, yeah. Rob?
If you went back in there, what would you do?
Well, I'd tell Julie that she was a bit of a one.
But she'd be Carl Pilkington now, so...
Rian, this gentleman here has quite a good point, because he just said, would you, though? Because you've just said that you didn't
I wish I had
really want to say anything. So if you did go back in, do you think you really would?
Well, I said yesterday, if I stay, I'm going to have to start trying to, like, voice my opinion more, because I knew I was blending into the background, but I physically couldn't put any more effort into myself, because I thought if I go to Ash and speak to him, people are thinking I'm leading him on. If I walked into a crowd where they were all talking, they all went quiet. So I just thought, you know what, just sit back. But if I'd stayed, I couldn't have stayed like that, because it was killing me just to sit there, like, it was bringing me down.
Okay. Thank you very much. Now, Rian may have left the house, but Big Brother had another surprise up his sleeve. Have a look at this.
What is it, Emma?
This is Big Brother. This week's nominations will take place shortly. Tonight, you will not nominate in the diary room. You will nominate face to face.
Oh, please.
Oh, just go.
Housemates, you will each have 2 nominations. Take a few moments now to think about whom you want to nominate and your reasons for these nominations. Big Brother would like to remind you that you are forbidden from discussing your nominations with each other. Will one housemate go to the hatch and collect the envelopes? Each housemate should receive the envelope with their name on. Do not open these envelopes until Big Brother tells you to do so.
This is going to change.
When you receive your envelope, please put it on the floor.
It's all right. It's got to be done.
It's got to be done, everyone.
Don't want it in my face.
Can't bear it.
Right, after the break, we'll reveal who is up for eviction, plus Big Brother has yet another twist. We'll see you in a minute. Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother's Bit on the Side, the kind of show that would sleep with you and then rob you while you slept. Except if you're still watching at this time, you're probably an insomniac, so we probably wouldn't get away with it. Anyway, it's breaking news time. Now, I have teased these face-to-face nominations throughout the whole show, and bless you all who have stayed with us until 26 minutes past 12 on a Wednesday night. I promise you, it's going to be worth it. Feast your eyes on this.
This is Big Brother. Julian, can you stand up, give the name of your first nomination and explain your reasons for this nomination?
So sorry to do this after what you've just been through, but I'm going to nominate you, Samantha. When I was in my cherub's outfit with the gold thing on, you came, and I looked terrible. You came up and you said I looked great, and I didn't look great. I'm sorry after what you've been through as well, but it's you.
My first nomination is Danica. Kind of sick of this love triangle situation, and I believe she was one of the main causes between the situation, and Lorenzo kind of becoming distant when they was close friends in the beginning. My second nomination is Prince Lorenzo, because I believe he should have put his friendship with the situation first.
Colleen, please stand up and give the name of your first nomination.
Samantha, I'm so sorry. I think we're very different when it comes to men and women in general and husbands, and I think we would clash on that behalf. And my second nomination, and I hate to do this again, is the situation.
Real quick, the first one is Julian. I'm getting to know you, but I still don't know you well enough. My second one is Julie.
First nomination is Danica. The next one is going to be a big shock, but you basically said to Rian that it was more like Ashley should know what he wants, and I've spoke to you deeply about Rian, but I never thought you kind of jumped that kind of ship. And to me, like, for me, I'm only being real to myself now.
My first nomination is Danica. The problem, you know, with Michael and Prince has just got too intense. My second nomination is Colleen. When we were in the room the other night with the screen, it was not very pleasant to watch.
First nomination, I'm really sorry, is Sam. My second nomination is Julian.
My first nomination is Colleen, because I believe that she's a pot stirrer. And my second nomination, everybody knows how I feel about this one, but I feel that Danica uses my emotions back and forth between myself and Prince. And although I do care for her, we'll see how the public feels.
My first nomination is Colleen. Sorry, Colleen, I just didn't feel supported by you tonight. And my second nomination is Danica. Sorry, Danny, we don't know each other very well, but I think we've just got very different views on how you treat and respect men and relationships and stuff.
My first nomination is Sam, and I think we share the same opinion about each other and the same view on things. Second one is Ash, and I don't think it comes to that much of a surprise to him.
This is Big Brother. The housemates facing this week's public vote are Colleen and Danica and Samantha. Housemates are free to discuss tonight's nominations for one night only.
For one night only. You're quite surprised by that, aren't you?
I can't believe that.
She was like that.
Again.
Oh, that's going to change everything. Anyway, you can see those nominations in full on tomorrow night's highlight show. But as you just saw, and to confirm, Danica, Samantha and Colleen all face the public vote on Friday. And guess what? It's going to be a double, as we already know. Right, here are all the numbers you need to save your fave. This week, Colleen, Danica and Samantha all face the public vote. Who stays? You decide. From a landline, call 0901 616 17 and add the number of the housemate. From a mobile, call 65058 and add the number of the housemate. To save Colleen, add 03. To save Danica, add 04. To save Samantha, add 12. Calls cost no more than 36p from BT landlines or any mobile. Calls from other landlines may vary. Voting closes in Friday's show. Votes cast after the lines close won't count. For full terms, go to channel5.com/BB Vote. OK, let's go into the sweaty box. Hayley, I'm all yours in just a minute. Coming in, Rhian, sit down. First, we have to go to Paul. He is in the reality gallery. Paul, what news you got for me?
Emma, well, intriguingly, despite being nominated by the situation, if you look there, you can see that Danika's gone into the diary room and she's somehow managed to get hold of the situation's cap. And I can bring you the little exchange that happened. We're going to unpick this one. Danica said to the situation, there is no love triangle. I adore you and I like the prince. She's trying to topsy-turvy things again.
But she said the other thing the other day.
Well, she said, I would never have nominated you. You just stick with the boys. She's trying to twist the knife at him. The sitch said back to Danica, I was in misery when you were tethered to him. That's the prince. He voted tactically, of course. He wouldn't be up for a third week. Danica then said, our relationship on the outside will be amazing. The situation said, when things are like this between us, I love you. That's not Rocky, that's the situation. It's like he's here in the room on the outside. And Julian and the situation, even though there's a bit of mutual nomination things going on there, are kind of bonding on the couch there. So I thought now might be an appropriate time, given the dishevelled state of relationships, to share with you a specially composed ode about the existing housemates.
Would you like to hear it, Paul? I'd love to hear it, yeah.
Shakespeare asked, what's in a name? It's who you are, your claim to fame. But Big Brother sees who you really are, a pain in the butt, a trollop, a star. So give me 30 seconds of your time. We'll start the contestants by virtue of rhyme. Will Smith was the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Prince Lorenzo's the Prince of We Really Don't Care. Julie Goodyear, Bet Lynch, beloved by the nation. Who'd have thought she'd develop a seagull fixation? Martin Kemp struck gold with Spandau Ballet, but I don't think Big Brother is quite up his alley. Colleen Nolan's fun and fruity, and like Kim Kardashian, what a booty. Danica make bonkers Jasmine arsey. She makes the cast of Towie look classy. The situation, irritation and frustration, and probably prone to masturbation. Oh, and Samantha Brick, what a personality. And finally there's Julian, a national treasure. Witty and warm, he makes watching a pleasure. And there you have the story so far. The dim, the demented and the gay la-di-da. Only one of this odd squad can come out on top. As for the rest, there is only the chop.
Oh,
thank you.
Thank you, that was amazing. See you later.
Ish.
It was good, really good, thank you.
Easily pleased, ish.
Easily pleased, I am easily pleased. OK, so Hayley, questions for Rhian. Trending?
Yes, you have been trending all evening. Yes, you have.
You're trending.
Very trendy. Loads of love for you online. Can't believe that you've gone this evening. Quite a few people. Danny Taylor said that Danica should have gone rather than you. A few people also want to know, Tracy Barrett says, I thought you did well, girl. And if you could say one thing to Julie right now, what would it be?
What a knob.
OK.
Can't believe
there
it.
There you go. And Claire Collins said, if you were still in the house this evening, who would you have nominated?
I would have nominated Martin again, just because he can't say my name properly. I've been there for 2 weeks now and he still can't say my name.
Rhian?
No, Rayanne he calls me.
Rayanne?
It was Ray. And the other one would probably have been Ashley.
Nice.
Or Sam. But only Ashley, because I've seen that. If I was still in there, it would have been Sam.
What did you make to, you know, the little clip that we showed about him in the diary room, and I saw you squatting down here and watching, you know, and he was saying that he felt quite bad. What do you make to that?
I understand why he's done it, because it was like me, I would have had a better time if he'd have gone, and I imagine he feels the same, that he couldn't really be himself when I was there, so good luck to him.
OK, and we need to clear up. Brian mentioned that your boyfriend had declined to come on to the show this evening. Now, it wasn't because he didn't want to see you, as you know, it's because he didn't want to be on TV. I think he's a little bit nervous. He's in a hotel over the road waiting for her, so everything is fine.
Yes.
Good. Couple of quick questions. We've got about 30 seconds left.
Louise Silk says, will you be friends with Ashley outside of the house?
Yeah,
you will.
Yeah.
Oh, OK. And also, Sheila Phillips said, why could you not see through Danica?
I don't know, maybe I hadn't. I just didn't want to judge her straight away. I just knew her as she was. And
it must be hard if you've known someone for a couple of years as well to then start judging
somebody. I didn't just want to jump in, and plus she was the only person I really had, so I just thought, do you know what? Trust her.
You need a friend.
I needed someone.
Rhian, thank you so much. Thank you, Hayley. And thank you lot for staying with us this evening, because I know it's really late and we all want to go to bed as well. Tune in tomorrow for a Welsh extravaganza. Maggot's going to be here along with Big Brother 7's Imogen and Lynn. And a multi-million selling rock and roll superstar is going to perform. I shit you not. Good night.